All right. Good evening, everyone. Quickly, Olamidayo, what is the number for, please? What number is that? What number are you talking about? Oh, no, the number is just to confirm. I think you just joined, right? The number is just to confirm whether people can hear me and whether they can see my screen. So I ask people to send one if they can hear me and two if they can see my screen. That is what the number is for. Nothing special. All right. So good evening, everyone, and thanks for taking your time to join today's session. Tonight we'll be looking at business analysis and product owner. But before we dive in deep, I like to tell you briefly about Learn with Pride and also about myself as well. So without further ado, let's get started. My name is Akin Oladeji, and I happen to be the founder of Learn with Pride. Learnwithpride is an IT training organization based in the UK, but we serve people all around the world. We The sole purpose of our existence is to help people, excuse me, please, that wants to transition from non-IT background or non-technical background into the IT space. So we run different IT practical trainings, ranging from project management, business analysis, Scrum Master, DevOps Engineer, data analysis, just to name a few. And why we are different is we focus on the key thing, on what you really need to know to get the ball rolling. We don't beat around the bush. And the aim is, when you embark on this journey, at the end of the program, you should be in a position where you can start competing with people who has been doing it for the last 2, 3 years, because that's the way we want to equip you. That's the level that we want you to be at by the time you are done with the training. Excuse me. So meaning the training will be really hands-on. It will be really practical. And also you have the opportunity to work on a live project, where you'll be working with diverse team members, a full Scrum team, which will expose you to, the other aspect of what you need to know, you know, to be fully ready for the job market. So for those who are really ready for transitioning, for those who are really ready for the journey, you're on the right call tonight and you're at the right place at the right time, because we hold you by the hand and we walk the walk with you. Right. So the company has been going strong for over 4 years now. And over that 4 years, over 20,000, we've been able to train over 20,000 students over that 4 years as well across all our trainings. Right. So that is that about the company. As I said, we are registered in the UK, but we have students all around the world. So about myself, I'm the founder and my background is in accounting. I have a background in accounting, but I transitioned as well. I transitioned to become a software automation engineer. And the whole Learn with Pride today that we have today started from that transitioning journey, from the decision I made years ago, about transitioning. How did that happen? I was tired like everyone else. I was tired of what I was doing. I was doing different odd jobs, and I needed a change badly. And the first training I stumbled upon was software automation, which, as considering someone coming from non-IT background, you know, it was like, it was strange and totally new to me. But before I embark on the journey, I asked a question: can someone with no IT background or with no technical background embark on this journey? Not only embark on the journey, but at the end of the journey, you are able to secure a job at the end of the journey. And the guy said, if you are determined enough, why not? With that mindset, I enrolled on that course. And meanwhile, this course has to do with coding. You know, you need to write script in programming language like C Sharp. You know, it's technical, really technical, very, very, different from what I used to know. But because I needed that change badly, I embarked on the journey. While embarking on the journey, I told myself, in my set or in my class, I want to be the best. Not because I know it, because I want to portray myself to know it so that people can come to me. And by them coming to me with, oh, help me with this, help me with that, they are going to challenge me further to go and make further research. By so doing, I'm equipping myself better and, stronger as well. And that was what I did. The journey was tough. It was hard, but because I've already configured my mind that, you know what, come rain, come shine, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to back down. If others can do it, I will try my best as well to ensure that, I finish and I finish strong on the journey. To cut the whole long story short, I secured my very first role as a software automation engineer 2 weeks after I finished that 3 month program. Remember, a senior software automation engineer. This was someone that only embarked on a 3 month course. But when you have the right mindset, that can take you places. When you have the spirit of, you know what, I'm not going to take no for an answer. I'm not saying the journey was easy. Don't get me wrong. No, that 3 months was like, I can compare it to like 2 years because of sleepless nights. For those who see me during that period, you think that this guy is on something. Maybe I started doing crack or something because I wasn't myself. But I knew it's a sacrifice that has to be, that I need to do, so that I can get to the destination I'm going. It's a sacrifice I need to make, for me to achieve the goal and objective that I set for myself. And it happened, you know, and that was technical. Now compared to all these other courses like business analysis, Scrum, project, product management, that you don't have to do anything coding, So this is why I do tell my people that for anyone who has got a great determination, for anyone who is hunger for change, you know, you can all make your dream come true, especially when you see a training organization that is ready to walk the walk with you, that is ready to support you. Read my lips, support is really important on the journey. You can't do it alone. You have to be supported one way or the other. And that is all what you are going to get for anyone that enrolls, on this journey with Learn with Pride. That is what we give, and that is what you are going to get. All right. So that is a bit about myself. For anyone that wants to know more about me, you can go to our YouTube channel. I believe there's a video of me where you can, listen to the story of my life in details. Maybe you can learn one or two things from there as well. So you can just search for Learn with Pride on YouTube, and I'm sure you'll see it on there. All right, so that is that about myself. Why are we here tonight? Most of us, I'm sure you must have at least have an interest in becoming a business analyst or a product owner, or you want to know more about what it entails, and that is why you are here tonight. And maybe because you've been hearing more about people transitioning to tech, I really want to know what all this buzz is all about, why people are shouting, everyone is, I want to transition to tech, gone are those days when people wants to work in an oil sector, oil company, because they believe that is where the money is, oil money. But now things has changed. From oil money is now a tech money now. Everybody wants to transition to tech. But why? There must be a reason why they want to do that. Let me actually throw this to the audience. Can anyone, just type on the chat, Do you know the reason, or can you tell me why, people, are so particular about transitioning to tech now? Why? Let's hear your opinion. Let me hear your opinion. Please send a chat. Just whatever it is. There's no right or wrong answer. Why are people transitioning to tech now? Why the wave now? All right, I'm still expecting more answer. Please, let's try to make it interactive. All right. Okay. All right. 3 people. I'm still expecting more. I believe everyone on this call can send a message. At least let's hear your opinion. There must be a reason why you're on this call tonight as well. Right. So why are you on? Okay, let me just simply put, why are you on this call tonight? At least you are here to learn more about business analysis. All right, I think we got enough answers. So let me read them out for the benefit of those who did not drop anything. Let's read. All right. So the first person said, it's the next wave. It's the next big thing, I believe. Maybe that's what you're trying to say. It's the next big thing. It's the next wave, right? You are right. You are not wrong. As I said, there's no right or wrong answer. The next one from Baba Sui says it's information technology era. So everyone wants to get to tech because the way everything is going is like, you know what? If you are not techie, it's like you'll be out of job. Maybe. Yes, let's go on. Osuji said because of financial freedom. You are right. Tech pays highest. Mm. Yes, they pay well. They pay well. It makes life easier. That is from Airlight Phone. It makes life easier. I concur. You can also work remotely. UJ, I agree with you. Success. I guess some people are tired of working for someone. You want to be independent. You want to be independent. You are right as well. IK Tech is shaping the next dimension. You are absolutely right. But solar, it's new phase of the world. I concur. IG, the world is moving into more of information technology. Everything is getting digitalized. You are right. Because I want to get huge paying remote jobs, financial benefits. Eddie has said it all, financial freedom. That is Njideka. Global disruption in every facet of life. You are right. The future is all about technology. I believe because it helps to solve business easily. That is from Ago, tech to the world. Wow, I got so many answers. Yeah. So as I said earlier on, there is no right or wrong answer. Dolapo says high job demand, opportunities for growth and advancement and job security. Everyone is absolutely right. Everyone is absolutely right. To say it in a very simple way, the simplest way ever, when you work in tech, in IT or tech, you are working smart. I'm sure people will be wondering what I'm talking about. Working smart. Have I not been working smart before? I'm not saying you are not smart. Just that the way you are now working is now smarter. I'll give you an example. Take a nurse or a doctor, for example. No matter how much they are paying them, right? They still have to physically go in and do their shift, whether it's a 12-hour shift, whether it's a 14-hour shift. They might be paying them well, depending on the country you are. But the question is, no matter how much they are paying these people, before they their kids might not even get to see them till weekend sometimes. Before the kids wake up in the morning, they are gone. Before they come back at night, the kids are already sleeping. They are working hard for this money. Yes, they have money. But is there a balance? What is the need of working so hard for the money, but you are neglecting the most important thing in your life? And for those who has read this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, that is like working for money, as in it has to come to a level whereby the money needs to be working for you. And that is when smartness come into it. When you work in tech now, because it's way easier now, because it's one of the benefits that COVID actually brought our way. Number one, as most of you have said, it gives you that family work balance. Most of the jobs now, maybe worst case scenario, you get hybrid, but there are many remote jobs out there. You can afford to take your kids to school. You can afford to take your car to the mechanic to get it fixed. It's not like you are not working while doing all those things. You are working, but you are working on the go. Maybe your calendar for that morning is only meetings. You don't need to go about with your laptop because you want to join meetings. You have your smartphone. You can easily join meetings through your smartphone. You are working. But you are working smart. You are able to do other things. You are able to attend to other things. Financial freedom. Some people said that as well. Yes, when you work in tech, no matter the salary they start you with, every year there is always a yearly review to your salary. And also you get profit sharing as well. As long as that company is doing good, right? You'll be treated nice as well. That's a good thing. That's another good thing. So that means if you start with 40,000, pounds this year, by next year you cannot be under 40,000. Maybe you'll be on 42, 43, which is separate from the profit sharing that you get as well. Another good thing now is, regardless of your country, regardless of where you live, there is no job restriction when it comes to tech. I'll give you an example again. You went to school for 4 years, 5 years, you did law. You finish your law degree, you started looking for a job. You can only look for a job in your local country because of what you practiced. There is no way you can take your law degree from University of Ben and use it to apply for a job in Malta, in Ireland, in Canada. It is not possible. That means you need to find job anyhow you want to in that your country. And God help you, if there's no job, that means you'll be jobless. If there's not enough job to go around, that is why we see so many youth now. They finish 5, 10 years. They still haven't secured a job yet because they can only look within their country. But that is not the same with tech. A business analyst in Nigeria performs exactly the same role with a business analyst elsewhere in the world, whether Malta, Ireland, Canada, UK. It's the same thing. A Scrum Master in Canada performs the same role with a Scrum Master in Zambia, South Africa. A product owner in Malta performs the same role as a product owner in Nigeria. Meaning, when you unlearn and relearn new skill, especially in tech, you are not restricted only to your environment. You can leverage on the whole wide world. Meaning the sky is just the beginning for you. And the good thing about that as well is companies, let's take for example, a company in the US that is looking to save cost. They don't want to spend $500 per day to bring on a business analyst for 6 months to help them out, whether with requirement gathering or whatever. But they know they can get someone really good as well, a professional, someone who knows his or her onion elsewhere, whether in Asia or Africa. That is where you see them coming to Africa to seek people now, to look for people, to look for professionals now, because they know, or they are trying to save costs to start with. And they know the people that they are going to get can perform excellently on the role as well. So instead of offering $500 for someone, let's say in Nigeria, they are offering $150. They are saving $350. And you at the other end as well, if you convert $150 in local currency now, that's over 200,000 naira per day. I'm talking about per day. So now tell me, if you multiply that with 20 days in a month, you are still making a very, very good money. Despite the fact that, if we want to call it that way, that they are kind of cheating you, so to say. But again, it's a win-win for both parties. The companies are saving costs, and you at the other end, you are making money for yourself. Meaning, after you acquire these skills, you don't need to restrict yourself, just applying for a job within your own country alone. No, you can capitalize, on the whole world. Anywhere there is job, anywhere your skill is required, you can apply for that role. Why? Because you can work remotely. There's a career progression as well, as some of you have mentioned. You can progress in your career as well. So there are many benefits attached to transitioning to tech. And regardless of what you transition into, you can use it anywhere in the whole world. So that's the reason. That's the reason why there's so much buzz, and people believe now that everything is now moving to tech, regardless of what you do. Even if you are a tailor, fashion designer, if you are any profession, the you know, everyone is building tech into what they do now, whether through their processes and all of that. So this is a very good time if you are considering to transition. You know, this is a very fantastic moment to do so. And also another thing is, you can, if you really know your onions, you can actually apply. You can be doing 2 jobs together. I know some people doing that. And they don't, not like they are working extra hours for those 2 jobs. They still finish at 5 o'clock. Why? Because they know their onions and they are working smart. You are working smart and you are putting more money in your pocket. It can't get any better, All right, don't let me talk too much. Let's move on with my slide. All right. So that's the reason why, those are some of the reasons why there is a buzz, in the market or in the whole world about tech. So I'm going to be using UK as a point of reference because that is where we are, but it doesn't matter. It's still the same any part of the world. If you are considering a permanent role in the UK as a business analyst or product owner, you'll be looking around £50,000, right? 45, 50, 55, depending, right? And if you are looking for a contract role, you'll be looking around 400, 450, 500 pounds a day. If you are getting 400 pounds a day, and even if the contract is for 6 months, because some people they don't want to commit to any organization for so long, for 2, 3. They don't want to be a permanent staff. They just want to do their freelance thing and go. If you are considering that and you are getting 400 pounds a day, that is 8,000 pounds a month, which is a whole lot of money. Even in the UK, the average salary that 60% gets, is between 18,000 pounds and 35,000 pounds. That's the bracket that majority belongs. And after you complete a 3 month or a 3.5 month, let's even say 4 month program, and you are able to compete and you land yourself with 40, 45,000, 50,000 pounds a row, meaning you are even outside that bracket of 60%. And it will continue to get better. As I said earlier on, you might start with 45. That doesn't mean next year you'll be on 45. No way. There will always be a salary review at the end of the year. All right. So again, for people that wants to relocate as well, that okay, I want to relocate. Yes, this can be a possible route as well, in such a way that is one of the shortest skilled worker in the UK. IT business analyst, and if you apply to any company and they like you, you did well, they might be ready to sponsor your visa without you lifting a pin. That is another advantage to you as well. Right. So let's move on. We said this earlier on, you can work remotely from anywhere in the world. It's not everyone that will travel. Let's get that clear. It's not everyone that will relocate. I even know some people that, working for me and say, you know what, I don't want to relocate. Why? Because I'm making my money in this country. Why should I have to relocate? I can go for holidays and come back. So not everyone wants to travel. For those that don't want to travel, or for those, because visa can be hectic, right? You can work remotely. That is why you want to acquire this new skill, so that you can compete in the global market, not the national league now. You are playing for international league now, So now you are not playing for Shooting Star or Eyimba. For those that know those clubs, now you want to go and play for Real Madrid. You want to go and play for Arsenal, because you can do so, because you have what it takes to actually apply to those companies. Right? There's no barrier, there's no restriction. You have what it takes to apply to them. Again, it's in high demand. And this particular course is actually you are getting 2 trainings for the price of 1. The reason we do it that way is so that when you are done at the end of the program, again, you are not restricting yourself to only applying for business analyst role. You can apply for a product owner role as well, if you see one. Those 2 roles can be intertwined, but at the same time, they are separate roles depending on the organizations as well. But at least you'll be exposed to both, and you can take on any that comes your way. The most important is for you to get on the ladder. Once you are there, once you are in, no matter what you are in with, whether as a business analyst or as a product owner, you can progress your career from there. That's just the start of your career. You can decide to become anything you want to become from going forward, whether agile delivery manager, you can continue to rise and rise till you say, you know what, I believe I want to retire now. I've gotten enough money. But before all those can happen, you need to unlearn and relearn new skill. You need to be ready to invest in that transitioning. Nothing comes free. Nothing good comes free. Imagine for anyone that invests, okay, I'm going to invest 500 into this process, and so on and so forth. I'm going to invest that. That 500 you invested for 3 months or for 4 months. Do you know it could be something you can start getting per day after you transitioned? Or worst case scenario, if you go for contract role, maybe let's even say in 3 days you get that 500 pounds back. Worst case scenario. Let's even say the contract role you got was 200 pounds or 250 a day. Worst case scenario, you get the money back in 2 days. So it is still a win-win at the end of the day, and no knowledge is lost. No matter how simple the knowledge you are gaining is, no knowledge is lost. Some people will be wondering how possible it is for you to, after embarking on a 3-month or a 4-month program, and at the end of the day, you can compete with those who has been doing in the industry for the last 2-3 years. It is possible. I'm a living testimony as well. And this is how it works. There's no film trick. There's no magic. There's no deceiving at all in the process. What you put in is what you are going to get out of it. But this is how you can compete with those people. If you invest your time into the process every single day, at least you commit, you substitute your Nollywood time that you spend on Nollywood or Netflix for researching on this particular journey you want to embark on every single day. You'll be shocked the level that you'll be at the end of the program. You need to be able to sacrifice your time, your sweat into the process. You need to be ready to go above and beyond what has been covered in class. Because the actual learning takes place when you are stuck at a particular problem and you reach out for support that, you know what, I've been on this thing for days. And you say, this is how you should do it, that is how you should do it. You can never forget that solution. And that forms part of your story when you start going for interviews, because you'll be asked a scenario questions. And that is the reason why, even when you get on the project, you should not be the one that will take the back seat. You cannot afford to take the back seat on a project. No, you want to get your hands dirty. Do everything that you can to get the best out of the process so that you can ask as many questions as you are going as possible. By so doing, you are learning more. All right, so let's move on. All right, so if you are to join our program, what will be the roadmap? What will be the structure? So the training is for, the practical training will be for 6 weeks. This will run twice a week for 6 weeks. And during these 6 weeks, you'll be exposed to everything, or most of the things rather, that you need to know as a business analyst and as a product owner. You'll be exposed to industry standard tools as well, which is very, very important on the journey. It's like going to the farm and you are not going with the right tools. No cutlass, no hoe. How do you want to work? So that is why we say the trainings are practical. You need to be able to get your hands dirty. So the 6 weeks will expose you to how you should act as a business analyst and as a product owner. Then when you are done with the 6 weeks practical training that runs twice a week, then you'll be put on a live project for another 2 months, where you'll be working as part of a full Scrum team. And in your team, you have a developer, you have a Scrum Master, you have a business analyst, you have a product owner, you have a software tester, and all of you guys are working together to deliver a solution for a client. That is another different phase and different experience that you want to know, because working an agile setting, you can't get away with that question at the interview. You need to know how to perform your role in an agile setting, all the agile rituals, and so on and so forth. How to use the Jira board and all of that. So you cannot afford to say, you know what, let my teammates be doing it. I'll just be watching. I prefer to watch. No. Remember I said earlier on that your input is going to equals to your output at the end of the day. What you see is what you get. No cheating. There is no film trick. There is no magic. So I do tell people when you are enrolling with us, it's like you are signing a partnership, a 50-50 partnership with us. What do I mean? We as a company, we can go 50 yards, and our 50 yards is providing you with the right platform, equipping you with the right skills, with the right knowledge, supporting you on the journey, mentoring you, and so on and so forth. The other 50% has to be done by you, and that is you going above and beyond what has been covered in class. That is you getting your hands dirty every single day. That is you not taking the back seat when you get on the live project. If you can achieve your own 50% as well, plus our own, that is 100%, that means the sky is just the beginning when you start applying for a job. That means by the end of your program, at least you must have covered 60%, which is good enough for you to transition. The secret, let me tell you one secret today. I didn't even know, as at the time I transitioned, because there wasn't a great support system when I did mine. I can't boast of 30% of knowing 30%. So for those that know, they call it Agberugbe. So that was what I did. I put pen to paper, despite the fact that I don't understand most of it. I put pen to paper in the manner and ways that I understand it. So when I'm talking at the interview, I'm giving them my own version of how I understand it. 30%, I'm not, I can't say I know 30%. But because of me going extra mile, doing my own, before any interviews, if you see my dress rehearsal, before any interview, you'll be shocked. Me talking to a mirror. Why am I talking to a mirror? It's just for me to build that confidence and for my story to align. Your story needs to align. You need to be able to tell a good story. You need to be able to hold a conversation. You can't afford to be given yes and no answer at the interview. The interview must not be boring. All this thing requires practice. They say practice make perfect. So yeah, so you'll be involved on a project for another 2 months, where you get all these additional skills and all of that. And at the bottom of that slide, you can see that they say certificates alone cannot get you the job. You need hands-on practical experience to get the job. Narratives are changing. Things are changing. Gone are the days whereby without your certificate, you cannot get anywhere. They will tell you, you need a certificate. You need to be so. You need to, before you can attain the level or the post you want to get to. Now it is your experience that matters. Even me as a small company, I won't take someone who has a certificate over someone who has an experience. No. I will always go for experience first, because most of this certification, how things are done in the real world is different from what you've studied for to go and pass that certification. So when you go for interviews and start quoting them what you think you know, they'll fish you out because you are quoting them textbook answers. Nobody wants textbook answers. They want real life scenarios, and those are the things we are going to equip you on as well. All right, so that is that. So now you've done the training, you've gone through the project, you can call yourself now, a business analyst, because you believe you can perform the roles and responsibilities of a business analyst. But you are not getting the calls. Recruiters are not reaching out to you. Why? Because of your brand. you are not visible in the market. That is the more reason you need to optimize your brand. What is your brand? Your brand is anything that represents you, that talks for you even without seeing you. And that is your CV. That is your online presence. So especially for those who will be applying for international roles, you need to revamp your CV to international standards as well. Also, you need to be on, on platforms like LinkedIn. LinkedIn has become one of the most popular, will I call it a professional marketplace now. There are recruiters now go to look for, a qualified candidate. So you need to be in that space as well. By the time you do this particular phase right, then you see the effect of the level 1 and level 2. That is phase 1 and phase 2. That is the training and project. And when it is done right, recruiters will start reaching out to you. Oh, we saw your profile on LinkedIn. Are you still in the market? Are you available for a quick call? And so on and so forth. That is what you want to be getting, such calls. Because when such calls are coming in, you can be rest assured that interview is around the corner. And this is another very important stage that we assist with as well. Interview preparation. The aim, our prayer, is for everyone to be able to land a job at the end of the day, or to use the knowledge to affect your business positively for those that are doing business or doing their own thing. That is a prayer. Right? Those looking for a job, this is another important stage we assist with, because we want you to go into that interview and ace it, go in with confidence. So we do interview preparation with you. Why on this point, let me just take the privilege to mention other benefits that is attached to enrolling with Learn with Pride. Number one, you get the practical training, 6 weeks practical training. Number two, you get to work on a real life project for another 2 months. The aim and objective of that is for you to be able to deliver what is referred to as an MVP. That is the minimum viable product for that, for the project that you are working on. So you get the practical training, you get to work on a real life project, you get the mentorship, you get the support, you get interview preparation. Also, all our courses are CPD accredited, meaning they meet the professional standard. And the certificate that you get at the end of the program coming from CPD is recognized in over 60 countries. In Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, Zimbabwe, UK, Canada, Australia, USA, in over 60 countries. If you want to know more or learn more about that, you can go on Google and search for CPD standards. You can read more benefits on their website, and also you can look for us. Look for our company on their website as well. You see our company, you see our registration number, everything you'll see on there as well. So you get CPD accredited certificate, and also we give you a work reference for the duration that you are with us, because you'll be working on one of our projects. So when you start applying for jobs, we give you a work reference to say that what you've acted in the capacity of a business analyst, when you are working with us. This is among other benefits that you are going to get from us. At the end of your program, it's never a goodbye. It's not the end, because we are building a community that you can leverage on. Everyone needs that. It's like you are going for a boxing match. Your ref is not, your coach is not there, your team is not there. At the end of every round, who is going to pour water in your mouth? Who is going to, pat you down? Who is going to brush your eye? You need all this thing. You need these people around you. And that is the kind of community that we are trying to build. Imagine you securing a job and you are stuck on job. You reach out to your facilitator is busy. Who do you go to next? But when you have platform like this, you can easily reach out on the platform, and you can be rest assured that someone on that platform, is going to provide a solution for that problem that you're going through. Also, we have a career, we call it a career motivation session that holds twice a month as well, where we do different things. We go through different things. Our student that has been applying for job, the kind of question they are asking them, their response, the ex-student who has secured the job, their journey so far, how they make it happen. We learn tools, we bring guest speakers. We do all sorts because information is power. Information is key. A very tiny information can have a massive impact on your journey, on your application. And say, oh, so this is what I've been doing wrong. Henceforth, I'm going to adjust that. And that simple information that you learned on that journey, on that particular session that day, can change things around. So we are after the success of our student because we believe your success is also our success. When someone approach you and say, Richard, how come you are working as a business analyst now? Because I could remember 4 months ago, you were still working as a retail or as a salesperson at so place. Yes, now so we see them. I did so course. Then you mention us. That is what we want. That is our joy as well. All right, enough of my talking. All right, so those are the benefits that you are going to get anyway when you enroll on this journey with us. All right, quickly, let's go through the stats. As I mentioned earlier on, from 2020 till date, over 20,000 has enrolled on this journey. This is the start of last year, sorry. We've added more courses just to show the number of enrollment we have on each courses. And in total, 85% of our students are working, 50% in public sectors, private sector 35%, and 15% are job ready. All right, so I got this online. The first one on the left is paying between 75 and 90. The second one is paying between 80 and 100. Some people will question that. Yes, it's open for questioning. I'm even expect you to question that how possible it is for me to embark on a 4-month journey and start earning this big. Yes, I questioned it as well. And that was where my mentality actually changed. I didn't tell you my full story. There was a time I was working as a security officer, and I asked someone, a corporate security officer, I asked one of the young guys there that just give me the range of how much you are getting. And the guy mentioned it. He was a contractor that between 500 and 800, 500 and 800 pounds per day. And banks, they can pay stupidly. I say, really? So some people can be getting this amount of money. And me, I'm struggling to even eat 1,500 a month with this long hour security that I was doing back then. My mentality changed. Imagine a master student doing a security officer. So I started my own research. And this is where my research has brought me so far now. I'll cite another example of one of our ex-students as well. He was applying for a job and so on and so forth. So many rejections. So at some point, he was just going for that interview. He won't even tell them how much he wants to earn. He was just going for interviews. And this particular morning, after he has done all the stages for this particular interview, they called him on his way to work. He was an assistant care manager, earning 35,000 pounds per annum as an assistant care manager. Right. So they called him. Oh, you did well at the interview, and they would like to offer you the role. And this is how much they will be paying. So plus all benefits, they'll be paying you 82,000 per annum, plus all benefits. The guy had to pull over and told the recruiter that, are you sure you've called the right person? Are you sure you've called the right person? Yeah, I've called the right person. He couldn't believe it, thinking that later on in the day, they will call him back that, oh, sorry, we made a mistake. No, it wasn't a mistake. He has been doing it for how many months now? Started, was it February? No, it's actually started last year. So yes, I fully understand people will question, can I get it? Yes, I question the same thing. I question it. Can I actually get it? I question it. But yes, you can. With a great determination, hunger for change, and at the end of the day, it is favor that will make you to earn such as well. But you can't get to a place of favor if you haven't gone through the process. There is no way you can land there. If you haven't gone through business analysis or product owner training, what are you doing at that interview as a business analyst? You can never be there. But because you've passed through the process, you've done, you've paid the dues. That process has taken you to the front of the people that they've ordained to favor you. And yes, they will just like you for no reason. You'll be surprised. Because at the end of the day, you getting a job, it is not by what you know. It is simply by the grace of God, whether you like it or not. But you won't get to that place of grace if you haven't gone through the process. It is as simple as that as well. All right, because of our time, sorry, I talked too much. The next one is a contract role, as you can see, paying 650 to 725 a day. This whoever is earning this, they are in money. That is when you see young guys earning big, riding good cars. I always think back then as well, before my mentality changed, any young guy I see, I always think they are Yahoo guys, not knowing that some roles can be paying you like a Yahoo people. 600 pounds a day, that is 12,000 pounds, and that is 12,000 pounds per month. Why won't you live big? Why won't you live like a Yahoo guy? And the other one is paying between 55 and 60K. All right. So the actual cost for um the actual cost for the journey is 799 pounds. That is the practical training, the projects, everything with us, the community that you're going to leverage on, everything, it's 799 pounds. But we have a discount going on at the moment. So the next cohort for this business analysis will be starting on the 30th of May. That will be on a Thursday. So the training runs every Thursday and will run every Thursday and Saturday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for 6 weeks. So the next cohort will be starting on the 30th, which we have, I think, 9 slots available for that cohort. So for anyone that wants to enroll on or before that date, you can get 40% discount. So after 40% discount, that will be 480 pounds, right? After the 40% discount. But again, for those that really wants to change the narrative, so for the 40% discount, the only downside there is you might be ready, let's say next week, maybe, and there won't be any slot again for that cohort. That is why it is always good to make A when the sun still shines. But for those that are really hungry, that I want to change the story as well. I want to change the narratives. I want to prove to people that I can testify as well. We have a further discount that we want to give away. Right. So for anyone that really wants to, okay, for this 40% discount, the 480 pounds, after 40% discount is 480. You can pay twice, right? You can start with half and you can pay the other half within 4 to 5 weeks after you've started. But for those that are really hungry for change and they want to capitalize on this opportunity because it doesn't come often, we are giving away another discount, but that one is only for 48 hours. It's a 48 hours discount, so to say. That means it's going to expire Monday night, this time Monday night. So therefore, you can get it at a reduced price of £350 if you are enrolling between now and Monday night. That is additional discount for those, just to encourage those that wants to get on the journey. You know, we just need, some of us need a little push that, you know what, you can do it. Let me push you a little bit and you can kickstart the remaining yourself. So for those that want to capitalize on, you know what, I want to be part of this cohort. I want to change the narratives. I want to embark, not only embark, at the end of the program, get good job for myself. Yes, you can capitalize on the 48 hours discount, which expires Monday night. So if you are interested and you want to get on board, you know, the number on your screen is the best number for you to call. Sorry, the WhatsApp number on your screen is the best number for you to message, rather, for you to be able to, if you want to enroll or you want to secure your spot, the WhatsApp number on your screen is the best number for you to message. And someone will respond back to you. It might be myself as well. But that'll be the best number for you for enrollment or for any question, right? That'll be the best number for you to contact. Vivian, yeah, you can take the number down on your screen and we can talk there as well. So you can save the number on your phone, you can take a screenshot, but that will be the best number. The WhatsApp number will be the best number for you to message for enrollment purpose. I believe, oh, sorry, in Naira, the actual cost in Naira is 900,000 Naira. After the 40% discount, that will be 540,000 Naira for anyone that wants to enroll between now and the start date, which is the 38th of this month. You can pay twice as well. But if you want to take the 48 hours offer in Naira, you'll be looking at 400,000 Naira. And you can pay twice as well. So that is the good thing about the 48 hours offer as well. You can as well pay twice. It's not like one-time payment. You can still pay twice. We just want to use it to encourage people that you can do it. And the only way you can get to the other side is for you to invest in the future. You know, nothing good comes free. And we've really tried compared to other training organizations out there. We've really tried because we are building a community, not just a training organization where you have to pass through and that is the end. You can always rely on us, you know, and what you see is what you get in our own case as well. All right, so you can save the number, you can screenshot it, but that will be the best number for you to contact for the, if you are interested. We have 9 slots. I think we have 9 slots available for the course that will be starting on the 38th. All right, so for now, I'm going to be pausing. Enough of my talk. I'm going to be inviting the facilitator that will take you on the journey if you are to be enrolling on our program to take you through, you know, the roles and responsibilities of a business analyst and product owner, what it entails, the benefits, why this is the best time for you to transition as well. All right, so you'll be sharing more light to that. So for now, I'm going to be pausing and I'm going to be inviting Tolu to take over from here. So see everyone soon and thanks for listening to me. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye. See you soon. Tolu, over to you. Hello, Tolu. If you are talking, you're on mute.
Mic check. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yes. So yeah, apologies for the delay. Yes, good evening, everybody. Nice to have you here. Somebody else hand has been up since 878. I don't know if you have a question before we go ahead. 87890
Yeah, we are going to take all questions after your
after.
session.
Okay, okay, good. Great. Welcome, guys.
Yeah.
Good evening, amazing evening. I'm sure you've been enjoying the information Aki has been sharing and you are getting excited. I want to assure you that everything he's saying is true and more. I'm a testimony to that. So my name is Tolu Aoyemi, lead business analyst at Enterprise Solution. I have over 10 plus years in the business analysis industry, working in different sectors, also working remotely, earning in different currencies at different times. So I'm going to show us a bit of introduction to the industry, business analysis industry, and product owner industry. What we are going to be learning, just a tip of the iceberg. You don't want to miss the actual sessions that will be more practical, more directly showing us the tools and techniques. This is going to show us a bit, just give us a taster to say, you know what, this is what you are getting into. In addition to everything like I have said, I'm just going to be giving us a bit of, okay, practical insights into the industry, right? So because of our time, let me just quickly share my screen. So how many minutes do I have? So I know how many minutes do I have, okay?
Yeah, like 20 minutes there about.
Like 20 minutes. Oh, great. 20 minutes is just amazing. Okay. Let me share the screen. Yeah, Zoom buddies. Right. Kindly confirm you can see my screen.
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you guys. Good. Welcome once again. So let's look at business analysis and product owner. Like Akin said, we are getting 2 in 1 for price of one. You don't want to miss the actual training. You don't want to miss the slots. If I was you, I'll be planning to just register right now. Good. So we're going to do 2 in 1 courses that are interwoven, and you can get job roles with the tools and technique and skills you'll be learning on this training. So we are looking at business analysis and product owner. Now, just to give you one simple sentence that covers it, what we're doing in the whole. Business analysis is eyes for insightful business solutions. So whatever you find yourself, whatever industry that has a product, a service, a process, and has whatever industry that has anything like that always requires the skills and expertise of a business analyst, because the BA is the one that has eyes for insightful business solutions. Very vital. And the product owner is eyes for prioritizing the futures of a product or a system. So once you are solving a problem with your insight as a business analyst, and you are also developing the futures of a product of a system, then there's nowhere you won't fit in to in any industry. Okay. As a BA and a PO, what you're becoming is you are becoming a cross-industry, cross-function problem solver, value adder, and trendsetters. You are working on a project, on a product. You are always in the skills you are learning are for solving business problems, and they are also for adding value and setting trends. So you are the one that, with your research skills, with your product development, product ownership skills, you are predicting and recommending and saying and giving them insight and strategies for the future. Say, go ahead, this is what you should be doing based on this problem, based on our research. This is what we should be doing. Okay, so let's go ahead. Now, also, every business you find yourself anywhere in the world, anywhere you are in the world, any business wants to succeed. And business analysis and product ownership are the skills and the expertise that come up with strategies for success today and tomorrow. You were seeing the figures Akin was mentioning, and businesses, for a business to be able to pay that, it means that that role, that skilled personnel, professional, is helping them to achieve success. That means they're achieving success today and they are achieving success tomorrow because the person has come up with ideas to solve their problem. The person has brought up strategies that will add value to their businesses, and the person has gone ahead to say, give them a trend to say, okay, this is where this product, this is where this industry, this is where this service is going to. Can you position yourself there and you capture more market share? That is an amazing insight and skill you want to have. Good. So I would give us what you are going to be doing in the training and even on the job, on various jobs. Okay. Now, the business analysis product ownership skill is the skill that you can apply in any industry and you don't require any coding. So you don't require any of the C++, Java, or MySQL and all that. No, because when you are doing business analysis and product ownership, what you are doing is you are researching. Okay, you are doing a lot of research, right? Once you research, of course, whatever your research, you are doing a lot of planning, right? Once you research, you plan, and in the middle of that, you now do a lot of analysis, you do a lot of development that ends and more that ends and moves towards a result. So you are going to be doing a lot of research and planning and analysis, documentation, development that would lead into a result. Because at the end of the day, everything you find out, every strategy or concept you find out is always going to tend towards a result. Towards a result. Okay. Very, very important. Right. Let's go ahead. Good. Introduction to the business analysis place. Like I said, business analysis, what we do is research, is a research discipline of identifying business needs and determining solution to business problems. So I tell a lot of people when I train that the BA is like a magician to say, oh, you just come into the business, you move a magic wand, and everything is built, everything is solved. Right. So of course we're not magicians actually, but I can say we have business superpowers because we're the one that can research an industry, a product, a service, and we are identifying the business needs, the business gap, the business opportunities. And with that, our research and our analysis using different tools, we now come up with different solutions to business problems. And once you can solve even anybody's problem, you can imagine the amount of value you have given them and the amount of money they want to pay for you because you have solved their business problems. Very, very interesting skill that you want to acquire. And another thing that it applies it across industry. Like I said, we are cross industry cross function. It means that as a BA, you can work in any industry and you can cross function. It means you can work in fintech, fashion, education, agriculture, name it. It will now get to you to say, oh, what's my choice? What's my industry of choice? What's the job I want to choose? You now choose the job, and because you are doing a 2-in-1 training, you are getting 2 for 1. You are becoming a business analyst and a product owner, such that any job related in that line, you would be able to apply and get the jobs. And even as a VA and a product owner, a PO, there are other roles that we will get into in the course of the full training that you see that the skills and techniques are related, like Scrum Master, the solution architect, and the likes, that you'll be able to apply into, and you can deploy different strategies. Okay, very interesting. So if you're the one that doesn't like coding and doesn't like so much of stress, the business analysis product owner is a skill that you would be able to learn and use in any kind of industry. Good. Okay, let's go. Let's do some definitions that will give us some foundational knowledge, and then we'll go into a bit of what we are going to be learning. Okay, so what is business analysis and product ownership? Okay, so business analysis refers to the practice of identifying, analyzing, and solving business problems and needs within an organization. So you are identifying, you are analyzing and solving business problems and needs, because sometimes a problem might not be negative. A problem in quote might be an opportunity, might be a need, might be a change you need to tap into. Okay, so you are the one that with the skills and techniques you are going to be having, you are going to be able to come up with solutions, and what you will do is you're going to be coming up with solutions that will push them from the current state where they are to their desired future state. And in that journey, you are increasing their product, you are increasing their maybe pricing, you are increasing their market share, you are increasing their income. That is where they will be able to pay you a huge amount of money. And it even shows that they are making so much, which are prison organizations, they are making so much and they can still negotiate to say, let me pay the BA 90,000 pounds or 7,000 pounds, because in that year they have grossed more than 6-figure pounds from your skills, from your strategy that you have given them, because they will now go and deploy into the market. So that is a vital skill that we have. So it says it involves understanding the current state of the business, defining the future state, and recommending appropriate solutions to bridge the gap between the two. So we are also like a bridge. Oh, there's a problem. We come with our skills, our analytical skills, our technique, and we can solve that problem. Good. So, and again, every business you're trying to solve would always have a product or a service. And then you are now also learning to become a product owner. Now, a product owner in the context of agile software development. So most times, because BA is in the tech space, you might find yourself in developing softwares or applications or even any other kind of product. It's the same application, right? So we also get into the agile perspective in the full class to see how I'm sure you've been airing maybe you're on job descriptions or job roles. Oh, can you work in an agile environment? Can you work with the agile perspective? And that's basically using the Scrum model, which we will learn in the course of the training. Okay, so it says a product owner in this context of agile software is a key role responsible for defining and prioritizing the futures of a product or system. So after you have analyzed the product or you have come up with a solution, you now go further to say, okay, the product should have this future, that future, because you know the market based on analysis, you know the customer, you know the stakeholder. You will not tell the product developer to say, okay, this feature should be in the product, because you know that it will already open the market and succeed, right? So what does product owner do? What do they do a lot? They represent the voice of the customer and stakeholder. So the ensuring that the team delivers value to the business. The same thing, solution provider, value adder, and trendsetters. You are the voice of the customer. So based on your research, oh, the customer needs this, the stakeholder needs this, and you apply that and ensure that it is done. Those futures are developed in a product, all right? Because some of the things we cover is the vision of the product, the strategy of product development, and the likes. Okay, so who is a business analyst? A business analyst is a professional who works within an organization to identify and analyze business needs and problems, and then recommend a solution. They bridge the gap between the business stakeholder and the technical team. That's why as a BA, you will be working with different team of people. So you are like a bridge with the data guy, UX designer, software engineer, maybe the accountant, maybe a Java person. No, different roles based on the project you're working on. Definitely, when we get to the part of our life project, you will fit into different roles and you work with different people. Maybe a UX designer. Of course, if you are doing an application or a software, you work with software engineers that do a lot of coding, right? And you will see that the role of a BA is, oh, we have come up with strategies and concepts. We have come up with documentation. We have done our research that can apply to those roles. Very, very important. Good. So, of course, the role of a BA is responsible for analyzing business processes, identifying areas for improvement, and developing solutions that meet business needs. So we are the one that will research, come up with documentation, write different things, business case, business plan, model canvas, process flows, which we will do in the course of the full training. There's a lot to learn. However, I would say I can say that they are simple as ABC because you won't be doing any coding. And like me, for example, I remember when I was transferring into tech, I was trying to lay my hands on my SQL and C++. Oh my God, it was not interesting to me. I'm like, you know what? So let me find my strength. And I started seeing that, oh, I can, even without even doing any research, I'm already brainstorming on how to solve that problem, I'm already analyzing. I'm like, okay, you know what? I started researching and I fell into, I saw myself as a BA. And I'm like, okay, let me go and do a training. And after years and years of experience, I found out that, oh, a lot of people should come into this role because there's a lot of opportunities that you don't want to miss. And that's why you should not miss this training. Okay, let's go ahead. Good. Let's look at the overview of BA, and we also look at the overview of a PO. Right. When I say BA, I mean business analysis. When I say PO, I mean product owner. Good. So what are you becoming, and what is the industry asking us for? So as a BA, we are the solution provider, right? So the BA is looked at as a game changer. You come into the business and you just move a hand, and the business is built. For example, those I think it still happens now. Or those days in maybe I don't know if you're like if you I don't know who I am, like if you been in football. Those days when Messi was still in Barca and they put him in the game, you know what happened. You know what can happen, right? So you are the game changer. Good. Now another thing that happens of the overview is shopping at the best price. You know, people like shopping. Everybody likes shopping, right? And even businesses like to shop, and they want to go to the industry, they want to go to the marketplace, pick the skilled person at the best price who will help them solve that business problem at a low price and still get optimal result. So it says when you are needed as a business analyst, it's a call to solving a problem with the lowest cost of solution and still get optimal result. So organizations are going to be looking for a BA to help them do their shopping at the best price, right? Another thing we do, the overview, is what I call smell the coffee, right? So it's because if you take coffee and when they brew coffee, the way it smells, you just know that there's something going on in that place, right? So you have to develop a very sensitive mindset and eyes to see where there are gaps, challenges, opportunities to base your analysis on. So as a BA, for example, as a BA, I used to tell my team that no information is not, it doesn't fit. There's nothing wrong. You just need to look for where that information, where that gap, where that opportunity fits into. So whatever idea comes to your mind, whatever thing you bring, so whatever suggestion comes up in a meeting, what we do is we document it down because no answer is wrong. We just need to find where it's going to fit into. Right. Another thing we do a lot, and we're going to be doing in the industry, is information and data gathering. So as a business analyst, you have to develop the grit to gather all kinds of information and data about the business industry in total. So you are researching, you are brainstorming, you are working on a project. You need to have that grit to say, oh, I can gather any and all kinds of information which you will now analyze. Okay, that's the overview of the business analyst. And as a product owner, okay, so you can see a product owner, of course, once you have come up with strategies or as a BA, and your strategies and concepts and recommendations might be a product, might be a service, might be a new process, then the product owner comes in and say, okay, good. And what do we do? What's the overview of the product owner? One is a clear vision. Right. So the product owner provides a clear vision of what the product should be and ensures the team is aligned with that vision. So you are the one that, oh, you have done your research, you have recommended the product. You now go for us to say, this product, it should have these features, and you are the one that will guide that vision. So it's like you are having two superpowers, right? And okay, so we do a lot of, also as a product owner, there's a lot of prioritization because you are working on a product. You want to ensure that the most important features, the most important things are done and delivered first. You might have so many features in a product, but because you are the PO and you know the features and you know the important ones, you are the one going to guide that development to say, you know what, guys, we are developing this. For example, let's say you are developing an app, let's say a fintech app, and the fintech app is majorly for payments. And they say, no, let's put a part that they can download their accounts. No, the main thing is payment. The main future is payment. So as a PO, you're the one ensuring that, no, let's focus on the payment platform. Very important. Good. Okay. Customer focus. By representing the customer and the stakeholder, you, the product owner, that the product meets their need and expectation. So you are also like the customer agent to say, you know what, this product is basically for us because we have done a research as a BA to know the customer. Oh, this is the customer, this is what they want. Okay, very important. Another thing is flexibility. The product owner can adapt to changing requirements and market conditions and ensuring the product remains relevant. A PO is not rigid. A PO wants to make sure the product that is being developed must be relevant. Very, very vital. Good. Another thing is done that is done in this is what we call decision making. They make decision about the product, including what the features to include, based on data and feedback. And those data and feedback is what we have gathered from our research and say, oh, we have gathered and applying feedbacks. We are connecting with the customers. We are contributing to the vision and roadmap. You know, we are managing the managing and presenting the item and supporting the team in delivering value. Okay. Mic check. Are you with me? Are you still with me? Can you confirm you can hear me and see my slide? I will take questions
Yes.
about the class. Okay, good. You
Yes, we
can see
can.
me. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, good. Okay, good. Let's go ahead. And good. So this next thing I'm going to show us is what we are going to be doing as a BA, the foundation, the fundamentals. Good. Thank you. You can hear me. The fundamentals of the business analysis, fundamentals. Okay. Good. Right. And these steps, like step-by-step thing, are what we do. Okay. Number one, we do a lot of enterprise analysis. And I'll go into this in a bit. I'll give us a bit of test time to that. Okay. Enterprise analysis, we do a lot of planning and management. We do a lot of documentation and presentation. And then at the end of the day, we do a lot of solution and validation. We will dive deeper into this in the full class. But let me give us a tip of the iceberg. What are we doing when we are doing enterprise analysis as a BA? So this is like we're covering BA for now. Good. And when you want to analyze an enterprise, an idea, a product, a service, an industry, like I said, the first thing we do is we do a lot of research and development. So how you carry out a lot of research on the business, a subject matter, a product or service. For example, if I say let's take a minute now, and each person here pick an industry of choice, okay, anywhere in the world, okay, and do a short research to say, oh, for example, let me pick finance and say in the UK. Oh, what is you can so I want to analyze the finance enterprise. Well, let's say a new business is coming in that wants to come into the finance space, and they are giving you the job as a PA to help them develop the business case, business plan, and stuff like that, right? And they want you to help them develop what kind of product should they be offering. Good. What we'll do first is, for example, we'll do maybe of course Google search or Statista or Bloomberg or those platforms that have research information to say, overview of the finance industry in the UK. For example, if you just type that on Google search, for example, overview of the finance industry in the UK, you will get a lot of research information that has been done that you can use that to analyze that industry. So from that information you'll find online, you can always say, okay, this is where they are. let me now project, let me now go for that. And it's by using different tools like SWOT analysis, our brainstorming, our trend analysis to say, okay, where is going to, based on what has happened in the past 5 years. For example, you can do a futuristic projection to say, okay, based on this, and this is what will go, this is what will be happening. And also based on the experience of research, you will start getting insights. You just say, I'm just feeling that this is where this business is going to. And 80% of the time, insights are always right. Insights are always right. Okay. So you do that research, you've got that information, and that's what you do when you're doing enterprise analysis. Okay. We don't have so much time to go into that right now. Now, the next thing we do when we're doing enterprise analysis is we do a lot of what we call market analysis, because the market size and the market share of that industry is, but you want to know, okay, what's the market size and the share? Oh, in the UK, the finance industry takes the share of the economy is about 45%, just for example. Oh, that is the market size of that industry. Then the business we are working on, what is their share? For example, what is their customer base? What is their turnover in the last year? That alone will help us calculate that share. And we are already doing a BA job. All these things we are going to, of course, work on and do with a case study and then a live product. Okay. Then also, when you want to analyze an enterprise, we do a lot of business questionnaires. A lot of business questionnaires will be developed to gather information from the stakeholder, from the users, from different people. You will create a survey and questionnaire to gather and analyze the enterprise. Also, what we also do in enterprise analysis is customer analysis, because at the end of the day, every product you are developing is towards a customer, is geared towards a customer, and your customer analysis is vital. A lot of people don't do that because they don't know the actual customer. And there are things we do to know the customers. Okay, what's their buying power? What's their disposable income? What's their need of that product? What are they really, really going out for? Very, very important. Okay, let's go ahead. Good. I hope I still have a bit of some minutes, right? Mic check, mic check. Are you with me? Are you there?
Yes.
All right, great. Okay, good. Then what we do, the next thing we do, of course, we do a planning and management, and this is also interwoven with the PO. Now, because you have a product you want to develop, you've done your research, you've done your documentation. What do we do in planning and management? We do a lot of time planning. Okay, in planning a solution, a product development, time is a very important factor, and most times you get a time frame to say we have 1 month, we have 2 months to develop this product, right? That's time. Then operation strategy is very vital. Stakeholder management and team management. I won't go into so much because I'm going to give. I want you to come to the full class. Okay. So of course we do a lot of operation management to say what are we operating, how do we want to operate, and that what we do on that is we develop what we call a business model canvas, BMC, which is one of the tools that a BA and a PO can use on different projects. And you have your stakeholder management and team management. Of course, you'll be working with, you won't work alone. Like Liverpool used to say, never work alone. You won't work alone. You'll be working with a team of people, UX designer, coder, software engineers, data analysts. So your team management is vital, and you might be the one to be at the role to manage the team, right? As a BA and PO, as the case may be. Good. Then another thing we do, so I'm getting to the end of this. We will take questions now. Another thing we do is a lot of documentation and presentation. You will document a lot and you present to organizations, to investors, to stakeholders. You will do a lot of presentation. That's where you create your PowerPoints, your Excel documents, and you go and present, right? So in documentation, we do elicitation. So for example, elicitation is a whole topic, is a whole knowledge area in the BA industry that we are going to go into. Elicitation is basically gathering information and seeing, okay, where's the constraints, what's the information do we need to know about that product. Okay, then we do a lot of information and data gathering, right? Various data collected, feedbacks and data and different things, right? And of course, once we get that data, if it's in figures, that's where a data analyst now goes to help us analyze the data and gives us a dashboard. All right. Then we do a lot of documentation. This is where you document all information you have gathered. So we are documenting with a business case, a business plan, a pitch deck, a financial plan, a SWOT analysis, a business model canvas, as the case may be. Good. So some of the tools we are going to be using in class and as a VA is you are going to do a lot of SWOT. Right now we're using the platform to even learn. Okay, we do a lot of SWOT, we do a lot of pastels. We'll use some softwares online, Jira software, Lucid.app, Draw.io. Use our Excel because our Microsoft Office, Word, PowerPoint, Excel are basic. We'll use Google platforms and the likes. So Jira is a software online that we'll be learning. Lucid.app, Draw.io are tools we'll be using. There are more tools and techniques we'll use. I'm just showing you just some tip of the iceberg. Okay, right, good. So yes, finally, before we go to questions, is the this this as a BA and PO, what are some of the skills you need to have? And we'll be learning this and developing this as we come to the training. Savings and investment skills, because wherever you find yourself, the company wants you to help them come up with strategies and concepts that would help them save and invest. So a major skills of the BA is to help company save cost and increase revenue. Once you do that, then you can even ask for a salary increase. They will even before you ask, they will know you are doing so much, and they can even, of course, increase your salary. Very, very possible. Communication skills. All forms of communication is vital, to master as a BA. Writing, speaking, presenting is important, right? Then pricing strategy, you need to develop budgeting and forecasting skills. We will do that in basics in the trading. However, more of pricing and budgeting is always in the table of the accountant. But as a BA, because you are researching a product and service, you should be able to say, let's use this pricing strategy. Okay. Then we have research and reporting skills. I've mentioned that a lot. Creating reports using all tools is vital. Then presentation skills. You are going to do a lot of presentation. Your pitching skills has to be top notch, right? So this and this is just the tip of the iceberg, and I want you to really don't miss the training, because we're going to now get our hands on the practicals and develop these tools, these techniques, these documents one after the other. Right. Good. Thank you so much for coming to this session. I will take questions now. I will take questions before I hand over to Akin. I'll take questions. Any questions?
All right. So if you have any question, this is the time you can raise your hand and I'll be calling you, or you can drop your questions on the chat as well. So please, we are here to learn together, right? So please don't be shy to raise your hand to ask questions. But if you don't want to talk to me, if you don't want me to hear your lovely voice, you can drop your question on the
In
chat.
the chat.
Yeah, and we'll be reading it from there. So let me just do a quick recap for those who joined late. So the next cohort will be starting on the 30th of May. That'll be on a Thursday. That'll be when the next cohort will be starting. The best number to message if you want to secure your spots before that date will be the WhatsApp number on your screen right now. So the WhatsApp number on your screen right now will be the best number for you to message for you to get on the training. The cost for the 3.5 months program is £799 in pounds. But there's 40% discount for anyone that wants to enroll on or before 30th of The only downside to that is if you leave it too late, you might not get a spot. We started with 9 spots. We have 8 now as I'm speaking now. So, bit and bit like that is going. So grab your copy now, as the Nollywood people will say, make A when the sun still shines. So that is 40%, which will reduce it down to £480, which you can still pay twice. But again, we now have a further discount for those that wants to really, catch is it cashing on the offer, or how am I going to put it? So we have a 48 hours discount that will expire Monday night, this time Monday night. So you can get a further discount to 350 from £480. You can get it down to £350 if you are enrolling between now and Monday night. And also, the good thing is you can still pay twice with this one as well. What are you waiting for? We are ready for you on the journey. We are ready to walk the walk with you. We are ready to, hold you by the hand. And you have everything at your disposal. You have the mentorship, you have the community, you have the training, and you have the platform whereby you can learn the hands-on skill from, with the diverse team. So what are you waiting for? When you are ready for, if you are ready for the journey, we are ready for the journey as well. So please, don't leave it till late. If you really want a sport, I'm actually begging you now, because I know how much if you invest. No, when it comes to ourselves, sometimes we are kind of reluctant when it comes to spending on ourselves. But when family comes knocking, we need this, we need that, we can even go to the bank and borrow for families, but we cannot borrow for ourselves. Why can't we do something that can change, the future of tomorrow? Why can't we invest in that process as well? And it's an investment that there is no way you can never regret it. You can never regret it. You can never regret it. So procrastination, please do not procrastinate. As the popular saying, they said procrastination is the assassination of all destination. Please don't be one of those people who procrastinate. All right, let's go to the question time. Adesuyi, please, you can unmute and ask your question. Adesuyi.
Yeah, good evening, all.
Yeah, good evening,
Uh,
Adesuyi.
Good evening. My name is Adesh Oluwashi. I stays in Lagos, I stays in Lagos, Nigeria here, not in London. I don't base in London like you guys, right? But my
No, it's
question
for everyone. No, no. Location.
is,
There's no barrier in location. There is no barrier
yeah,
now. Go on.
I understand. But what I'm trying to say there is that what discount do you have for we stays in Nigeria and here, most
Oh, I said.
especially
Oh,
we
I
are
said it as
we are
well.
going to we are going to spend naira.
Oh,
There should be a discount for because
yes,
looking at
yes.
the exchange rate right now,
I'm not
it's
even
very,
using
very
the.
high.
No, no.
Yeah,
Let me tell
and we
you.
have.
I thought I
Let
said
me
it
finish.
earlier on.
But let me finish. Let me land. Yeah. No, for the fact that we that will stays in Nigeria right now because of the exchange rate. If I don't mind, if you guys, I'm interested in this. I don't mind. I can walk into the bank on Monday and get this money out because I want to invest in myself. But please kindly help us do something here. We that we are paying in naira. That's all for
Okay.
me.
All right. So why before you go on mute? So the cost in naira, and I'm sure you know the rate as well. And we've done something as well. I'm sure you can confirm. So the rate in naira, the actual price in naira is 900,000 naira. That is the full price. After the 40%, it's 540,000 naira, which can be paid twice as well. But for anyone taking the 48 hours offer as well, you can get it as low as 400,000, and it can be paid twice as well. So that's the rate in naira.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. 400K
Yes, for 48 hours. Yes.
for 48 hours.
Then
Okay,
it
that's
goes
fine.
back. It goes back to 540.
Okay, for the 400K, can I pay twice?
Yes, you can. Yes.
Okay, okay, that's fine.
Yes, you can.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, just send a message on the number on your screen for any other information, whether account or whatever information you want to get. Just
Okay,
send a
okay,
message to this number. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Adesu.
All right.
All right, let's go to the message now. If you still have any other question, please don't be shy to raise your hand. We are here to learn together. All right. Number one, first question on the chat. It appears there's a lot to pack within 3 months. How much of self-learning will ideally be adequate to get industry ready? This is why I said, for anyone who joined the session from the start, I hammered on it that your input is going to equals to your output at the end of the day. What do I mean? This is going to Ike or Denny. So the training might be 6 weeks, right? Before you go on a live project for another 2 months. And the training might be 2 days a week. But your learning can never, I repeat, your learning can never be restricted to 2 days a week. It is impossible. Your journey has to be an everyday journey. You need to commit a minimum of 2 hours to this process every single day for the duration of the program. Remember, you want to compete at the end of the program with people who has been doing it for the last 2-3 years. For that to happen, you need to invest your time into the process. I said it earlier on as well. For anyone who saw me during my own transitioning period, you think I was on drug. My eyeballs will be swollen and all of that, but I knew I was only doing that for a short period of time because I had to sacrifice some of my sleeping hours to do it, to do tasks, to catch up with reading and all of that. Because during the daytime, I don't have the time. I have to work, families and all of that. So the only time I have for myself back then was, when everyone has gone to bed. So out of my 6 hours sleeping time, I had to sacrifice 2 hours out of it, sometimes more, depending. But you need to sacrifice a minimum of 2 hours to the process every single day. And don't be scared. It is not complicated as long as you are ready for the journey. So the most important on the journey is the support. You can easily get business analysis training on Udemy, on YouTube, on all of that. But do they have a support system, that you can run to? Do you get to work on a live project with a diverse team, a full Scrum team? These are the things that will shaping you, that will get you ready for that job market. So Ike, I don't know whether I've been able to answer that question. If not, please raise your hand and let's talk further on that. That is to Ike Odeni. All right. Unmute yourself, Ike.
Okay. Thank you so much for the opportunity and for this very wonderful presentation. So I understand that per day, at least minimum 2 hours every day, whatever time. Maybe
yeah, whatever time. Yeah.
Yes. So okay, I get that now. I just wanted to also ask because you mentioned the support, because that's what really matters more in terms of being able to network, being able to break into an industry and all of that. So
Yes.
I just want to know if is it that the support would just be online, probably when we have sessions, or what's it going to be like?
The support is anytime you need it. Whether you need support during, if there's anything during the practical training that you don't understand, you are not alone on the journey. That is just it. So, and you have, aside the facilitator, aside Tolu, you have other team members. This is what I did during my own time, because I don't want to rely solely on the facilitator. In a class, it's like when we were in secondary school or university, there will be someone in that class that knows it better than the others. I always try to support that person so that after the class, I can have a private chat. Oh, can we have a 15 minutes together whenever you are free? Something like that, because we need to create this rapport. We need to connect with each other, because you don't know who is going to be who tomorrow. You don't know who is going to get job first. So we cannot be stranger to ourselves when we are learning on the same platform. That is what I do personally. Interact with other people on the call and all of it. So we are always on the journey together. And it is anytime you need the support that you get the support. Whether it's during the practical training or during the project. During the project, you have someone that is going to be supporting you on the project, that will be attending your meetings on the project as well. that will serve as a guide for you as well on the project.
Okay, thank you. That's assuring. Thank you.
No problem, Mike. Thanks. All right, let's go to the next person. Ago, after learning this, where will it lead me to before I graduate? Anywhere you want it to lead you to. So I believe the way you sounded, you are still a student. I don't know what country though, but let me assume it's UK, right? The good thing is, I said earlier on, a knowledge gained is useful anywhere. As a student in the UK, yes, you have a restriction of working rights, but that doesn't mean you cannot get a freelance role elsewhere in another country, maybe for 2 months, 3 months. Maybe a company is looking for someone who can quickly gather a requirement for them for 3 months. You can take such roles as a student, even before you fully graduate. Many people are doing that, and there's a platform that you can leverage on for doing that as well. So yes, you can spread your wings and fly, Ago, to anywhere you want to fly to. There are platforms, because as a student, you can only do part-time jobs. So you can look for freelance roles, even not in the UK, elsewhere, in Canada, in US, as long as you know what you are doing. Ike, it's been quite an informative presentation. Thank you, Ike. Olalekan, how do we manage those that will not be able to attend Thursday sessions? So you'll be onboarded on our LMS platform as well. Meaning every live session will also be recorded, and you can have access to the recording by just logging into your dashboard, and you can rewatch the recording. So if for anyone that misses any session, you can catch up with the recorded one. So that shouldn't be a problem. That is to Olalekan. Yeah. All right, let's move on. What is the Naira equivalent of the 350 pounds? That is, we are charging 400,000 Naira for that. So that will be 400,000 Naira. That is to Busola Siamiyu. That will be 400,000 for those that wants to take the 48 hours. And after that, after Monday, from Tuesday, it goes back to 540,000. After program, are there any certification exam to write? Yes, for those that believe in certification, you can write it, but for, as I said earlier on, things are changing, right? I secured my very first role, although I have other certifications, but the software testing that I break through with, I didn't have any certification at the time I break through, right? Because recruiters or companies are looking for those who can hit the ground running now and not the certification, meaning you can still get a job without the certification. Whereas just the certification alone and no experience, you won't get anywhere. You won't get any job. So if for those that wants to still, you love certification so much, yes, there are professional exams you can write, foundation exam that you can write, to look and tell you what sort of certification or what sort of exams you can go for with that as well. If you decide that, yes, I want to go that route, I still want to have the certification. Yes, there are professional certification that you can write if you want to write one. Can you go over the CPD standard and learn with pride relationship? So, so CPD standards, they are an accreditation body that ensures that whatever we are dishing out to you is of a professional standard. Let me see whether I can let me see 1 second, whether I can go on their website so that you can see. 1 second. All right, I'm going to reshare my screen. All right, I believe you can see my screen now. I'm going to share this link, but you can see this is CPD website. And when I go there, I search for Learn with Pride, and as you can see, this is our registration number on CPD. So they ensure that whatever we are dishing out, our curriculum, everything that we are teaching people are of a professional standard, and it is what is required in the industry or market. That is what we are teaching. So they certify that. And the certificate is, as I said, you can read it on their website as well, is recognized in over 60 countries. I've dropped the link on the chat, so you can go on there and read it and read more about them on the chat as well, if you want to. I hope I've been able to answer that question. Excuse me for my cough, please. That is to Busola. If not, please kindly raise your hand and let me know which one you want me to elaborate on. All right. Adesoye, send me the account details. My email is Oluwash. Adesoye, are you still on the call? Yeah, you're on the call. Adesoye, can you see the number on your screen, the WhatsApp number on your screen? That would be the most easiest way. That could be sent to you right now. If you send I or a message to that number, to that WhatsApp number now. So just send I to that WhatsApp number, and the account details will be sent to you immediately. I hope that is fine. Please let me know if that is fine with you. That is true. I can still see you online, right? All right, no problem. Let's move on. The next question. Please, if you still have any other question, anyone, please, you can still raise your hand. I want to hear from people instead of talking to myself. All right, Yomi. I have a peculiar situation here. I earlier registered with another provider before coming across this. I was at the project stage. I couldn't continue due to a personal challenge. Can be granted further discount as I want to continue with you, please. Yomi, you can, I'll tell you something. Number one, you can message the number on your screen, but I'll tell you this. The way people deliver training differs from company A to company B. Not only differs, the tools that they expose their student to differs as well, you know? So I don't know what tools you've been exposed to, you know? If it differs from what we are going to be using, then there will be a conflict when it gets to the project, because you know how to use a certain tool, and our students have been taught using a certain tools as well. That will create a conflict. Again, I don't know the level of, I can only vouch for our own training. I can't vouch for someone else's training, So, but to understand the situation better, message the number on your screen, then I'll attend to it from there. If you don't mind, Yomi. If you're still on the call, you can still raise your hand if you want to talk to me. If not, you can message me on that number on your screen as well. All right. So any other question from anyone before we call it a night? Another cohort kickstart on the 38th. Honestly, this will be an investment, as I call it, that you'll never regret. You can, you can be rest assured about that. But any other question from anyone before we call it a night? We spent 2 hours already. Wow, time flies. All right, no other questions. So the recording, tonight's recording will be available on our YouTube channel at Learn with Pride. So just search for Learn with Pride on YouTube. It should be available by tomorrow. And also for those on the WhatsApp group, it will be available by tomorrow as well on the WhatsApp group as well. So I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone that attended the session. I hope you've been able to learn one or two things, on this session. And for those that will be joining the cohort starting on the 30th, you won't regret it. I can assure you that. For those who are still thinking, mm, you know, take the leap of faith, take the bold step, and see what future brings. not until you pass through the tunnel, you don't know what awaits you at the end of the tunnel. You need to go through the tunnel before you know, there's light after this tunnel. The tunnel is the process. The tunnel is the training that you are going through, which can take you places you never know. Why can't you take a chance on us today and let us walk the walk with you and make your dream come to reality? From me to you, I say a very big thank you. My name remains Akinola Deji, and you can get me on the number on your screen. If you want to chat afterwards, if you have any question, you can get me on the number, WhatsApp number on your screen as well. So thank you. Stay safe out there. Have a very good night, and see you on the journey for those that will be joining. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night rest. Thanks. Bye-bye.